one that I wrote last fall when I first became a bus driver that I was inspired to write. That's a short one. It's called Bus Driver Blues. Driving a school bus, oh, what a treat. Just think of all the kids you'll meet. Older ones, middle ones, little ones too, all depending on their ride with you. Some have an attitude bad as a bear, but on your bus, they're in your care. You might want to throw them out a window some days, but a conduct card makes them change their ways. Some kids are rowdy, rough, boisterous, loud. For survival, some weaker kids follow that crowd. Others are quiet, never saying a peep. Some get on the bus and fall right to sleep. You have tall kids, skinny kids, some who are fat. Oops, that's not nice. You're not allowed to say that. Some kids have blonde hair or brown, pink, or blue, or maybe some purple. Nothing can surprise you. You have to be ready for what comes your way. Change comes every moment is the phrase of the day. But ready you are, you have capable hands, whether hauling kids to ball games or battles of the bands. As a bus driver, you deal with so many topics. Some days you just wish for a week in the tropics. You deal with traffic and weather, kids getting sick. Keeping your sanity seems to be the real trick. Some people don't give you the respect you are due. The responsibilities you bear, they don't have a clue. It's funny, they'll put their kids on your bus, but wrinkle their nose, look down on you and fuss. You know that your job is important to do with so many kids all depending on you. They get on your bus, hear greetings when you smile. You treat each kid with care as you drive the next mile. With the job you do that so many depend, when you get off the bus at your day's end, you know you can say a job well done. Until tomorrow, that is, when you start your next run. So that was last fall. But now I'm somewhat experienced, a few months later, and because of Sue's request. It's called, Hey Bus Driver. What does it mean to drive a school bus? To get kids to school with nary a fuss? It may seem to be an impossible task, but then it depends on who you might ask. We all perform pre-trips before we can run. When the weather is nasty, they're not at all fun. We check our lights and brakes, emergency hatches, then get back on board, make sure our door latches. We make sure our route sheets have no mistakes. No kid left behind, whatever it takes. We get our daily allowance of stinky bus fumes. We'd rather be chilling with our personal iTunes. John Carr and his guys are kept on their toes, while we drivers complain and tell them our woes. We almost think there's no job they can't do, but we bet they're glad when their day is through. Our office staff keeps things running just right, but we bet they too are glad when it's night. 'Cause although we drivers have the kids on our bus, the office staff has to put up with all us. Some of the students need our special care. Others, we know, make us tear out our hair. With conduct cards issued, some kids start detention. Then we're on to the next things that need our attention. We have small kids, big kids, some in between, some who are nice and others plain mean. There are some kids who seem to have it together, and others whose actions change as much as the weather. None can say we do this job for our health, but there are many ways one can figure one's wealth. A small child's smile or picture they drew can tug your heartstrings and wrap tiny fingers round you. It's surely about more than the money we make. None of us will get rich, for heaven's sake. It's a simple job that's sometimes wild, but it still boils down to taking care of a child. The miles we drive, sometimes they take hours, but this time of year it's like a tour seeing flowers. As bus drivers, it's all about the attitude we choose. If we start the day grumpy, then for sure we all lose. As our school year winds down and our jobs are near done, we're all looking forward to our summer fun. For sure we will all miss being here each day. You might think it's crazy for thinking that way. Some will still be here for summer school. Others may think, my gosh, what a fool. Hopefully, all will come back for next year, because heaven knows we're all needed here. We'll have a safe, busy summer that is fun, and yet we've made lots of friends who we'll never forget. So come back in the fall with our faces all smiles, and be ready to drive all those big yellow bus miles.